Yes. What is good, my people? Welcome back to Computer Music Academy's weekly homework podcast. I'm your host, Tashira Say. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening. Welcome to week 45. Wow. 45. Wow, that's 5 away from 50. Wow. Of the weekly homework assignment / podcast. This is going to be a pretty interesting week. And I know I've been saying that a lot lately because I'm coming up with some pretty decent ideas, if you ask me. But the people have been delivering. First and foremost, shout out to Necromantis for that incredible intro. This is the last week of that intro. Going to retire it, and we need to have some new intros next week. Anyhow, what are we doing this week? Well, I had the crazy idea because I came up listening to it. As much of a hip hop head as I am, like an East Coast head or whatever, I listened to everybody when I was coming up, and I still listen to a decent amount of everybody today. That is worthwhile. Anyhow, I had the idea of putting a nice amount of these people that are members at CMA, had the idea of putting them completely out of their realm, and we're covering Gangsta Rap beats this week. This is going to be fun. We have 6 submissions. I'm ready to get it in. First and foremost, my man Nelson Mandela. I loved his email when he sent his submission in. He was like, this is no filler, all killer. So let's get it in, see what he has.
Do you hear what I'm talking about? Am I coming through? Catch me on the streets, catch me in the club, catch me on the screen, catch me if you can, catch me with 100,000 in my hand. Catch me on the streets, catch me in the club, catch me on the screen, catch me if you can, catch me with 100,000 in my hand. Let me break it down, yeah. Let me break it down, break it down.
What do you make of that?
All killer, no filler. Nelson Mandela. Actually, before we go any further, let me say this. The majority of these people that are making submissions really probably never listened to Gangsta Rap ahead of time. Or, I'll say that, never listened to it ahead of time. But to see what they're going to come up with is going to be very, very cool. And I really enjoy Nelson Mandela's. I like his submission. I love, he had some vocal stabs in there and then clips from videos or movies or something like that. I like where he went with it. I like the drums. I like the sequencing. I like the breakdown. I liked it all. So very, very nice job, especially for a dude from Oregon, Shout out to that. All right, moving on to my man. We haven't heard from him in a couple of weeks, but he's back. Willie Chill in the mix. Let's go. Hey. Willie Chill did it. Willie Chill, my man, doing his thing for week number 45. Liked it a lot. I really did. He took the more minimal approach, like I would say like a late 80s, almost. Yeah, I would definitely say like a West Coast. And let me go here real quick. Is when I was given this assignment, I specifically said, yeah, when it comes to gangster rap, more people will associate it with the West Coast, like in the late 80s, early to mid 90s, and a little bit later also, of course. But to be very honest, gangster rap is coming a little bit from everywhere nowadays because, we ended up picking up the South. You talking about people like the Ghetto Boys and Suave House and Lord, it's a lot of people that came out of the South that were, more gangster or just reality rap, whatever you want to call it. And, areas from all over, realistically. So, that was one thing I said is you don't have to stick to West Coast type beats, just something that's hard, something that you can hear one of your favorite gangster rappers rapping over. So that's why I really like his approaches. His kind of reminds me of that, like when NWA was first coming in, like NWA and a Posse, that very, very first album when the production was pretty minimalistic, but it was still on point. It didn't have a lot, just had, kick, snare, hi-hat, a little synth here, occasional gunshots. You got to have the obligatory gunshots, but I like what he did there. I really, really enjoyed it. Would have loved to see a little bit more variation, but I like how, he actually had moments where it broke down and it built back up and he brought stuff in, taking it out, blah, blah, blah. So shout out for that, Willie. Great job, my man. All right, moving on to my man. Oh, this should be very interesting. See it as he is from the West Coast and came up in that era, around that music. My man, Ray D 3000. Let's see what he has. God. Oh, okay. Here it is. Here it is. Put the stamp on it. That is officially Ray D's best track. Holy crap. Did you hear everything going on in that joint? Man, I love the break. I love the drums. I love the sequence. And I especially love his choice of synths and the different sections, because there were different sections of the song. Man, he took it there. He really took it there. And that's why I said this is going to be a pretty good one. I got a feeling. Woo, Ray D. Thumbs up, my man. That was excellent. Woo. Easily your best track. And Ray D just recently got a Machine Studio, so maybe he's, extra inspired, because his last couple of submissions, he's been knocking it out the park. He's been definitely stepping his game up. So shout out for that, my man. Great job. All right, moving on to a very interesting territory for this particular gentleman, our man, Gold 007. This is going to be interesting. It's funny because, as we pointed out before, Gold is our elder, so to speak, at CMA, and he loves doing what we do, and he's made an effort to do what we do every single time he turns in a submission. He does a great job of it, especially being from a totally different background, and but this guy has been coming through. So his email was funny to me, but I know it's true. He said, just keep in mind, I sat through, because, I told everybody, if you didn't know anything about Gangsta Rap, to do your research. He's like, keep in mind, I sat through a bunch of F-bombs and N-bombs. So I'm really interested in hearing this. My man, Gold 007. Let's go. Wow. I am just amazed how much this dude has grown in the last few months, especially since we've been back with the second season. Man, and especially knowing what we know about Gold. I have no words. I am very, very impressed. Man. All the way around. His mixing is coming up, his sequencing, and all of the technical stuff. Yeah, all of that stuff is there. But Bill's understanding of other genres that of stuff that he's probably never really listened to before has definitely you could definitely see it. He's taken time to actually study this stuff that we do, like if we do a Timberland, or in this case, the Gangsta Rap, or, we chopping something from Kansas last week or whatever. And he has just been banging it out of the park every single week. And I'm very, very, very impressed with what this guy is accomplishing right now. So very, very good job, Bill. Whew, that was nuts. All right, moving on to our man. Second week in the podcast. Just joined, and he had a little bit more time to work on his submission this week, even though last week his submission was incredible, in my opinion. But he had a little bit more time this week. Will that be a gift or a curse? Let's find out. My man, Double Negative. Let's go.
I'm looking for some shit to blow some shit out the water, cuz I'm looking for some shit like when it, you know what I'm saying, when the shit come on like it's undeniable, it's unquestionable.
Man. Double Negative, boy. God, that was sick. Yo, because he told me, and he sent his email, sent the submission. He was saying that, he went for more of, I guess, what some would call the later or post G-Funk era, where you got to like the East Siders. And I like the East Siders. I like I think they only did that one album. I could be wrong. I love Trey D. That dude's voice was so sick. Anyhow, but that's definitely more of their style, what I would see the East Siders rocking on. And man, did he deliver. He mimicked that perfectly. I mean, you would think dude was from the West Coast. He's from Detroit. And the way he laid that down. Whew. I especially like the Roger and Zap break in there. That was sick. Whew, God. Okay, Double Negative been bringing it, man. Excellent job, my man. And now to a gentleman that he's back in his rightful position, I guess you could say. Taurus Beats. Let's not even talk about it. Let's just get into it. Man. Taurus Beats. Killing it. Man. Yeah, I can definitely see it. He told me he was going for more of something that Scarface would rap over. Love Scarface. Matter of fact, if you didn't know, Scarface has a new single out. It's called No Problem, I think it is. Face is still that dude. So anyhow, I can definitely see Face rapping over that. That's more Face like mid to late 90s, especially when he did a couple of songs with Dre. That's definitely more of what I would hear Face rap over. And I love Face. I love Taurus's beats. The one thing the one complaint, I guess you would say, not even a complaint, that I would definitely say about Taurus, I want to see him get more out of the box, more out of what he normally does, even down to the drum sounds he uses. And I know he keeps, a certain amount of drum sounds handy so he can make his beats with. But one thing I'm beginning to notice is those same sounds are kind of in every beat, even though they are awesome. The drums bang, but I think you kind of need to vary it up a little bit. If that's going to be in every single beat, and I know Taurus actually slangs beats, as part of his business, I definitely would like to hear and see something different. But other than that, it's Taurus doing what Taurus does, and that's beast out. Taurus beast. So definitely enjoyed that. I enjoyed this week in full. I enjoyed every single submission. Everybody came through and did their thing. If you excuse me, if you would like to be a part of what we do here in CMA, Computer Music Academy, the Weekly Homework Podcast, and so on, you need to come join us. Come over to computermusicacademy.com and join us. It's that simple. You can't do it anywhere else. You got to do it on CMA. So come on over and holler at us. Anyhow, on that note, thank you to Taurus Beats, Double Negative, Gold 007, Ray D, Willie Chill, Nelson Mandela, and thank you for watching, supporting, commenting, sharing the videos, and being a part of what we do every single week. That is it for this week. I am done, and I will talk to you next time. See ya!